On today's episode of the Boxcast, we will be exploring our favorite songs and explore their hidden meanings or why the song was written in the first place by reading the lyrics and, finding out some cool trivia about the band and all that. So stay tuned because we're going to get very musically on this episode. Alright, welcome back to the Boxcast, a show that went on hiatus for way too long, and now we're back. I'm your host, Orlando, and I'm welcomed by our returning guest, Carlos, and then our also returning guest, Sylvester. So the boys are back in town again.
Glad to be here.
I know, right? Yeah, it's been a minute. Yeah, a lot of shit has happened in the last while. But anyway, today's episode, we're going to talk about music. And I had this idea.
Oh, music.
Yeah, because I believe that every song in existence has to mean something. Whoever wrote it, whoever thought of it, they had some kind of message behind it. So that's what we're going to talk about today.
Oh.
And I asked each of you to bring in a song that has a cool meaning or a cool hidden meaning, whatever, and we're going to talk about it, analyze it, figure out, what it's about, and, see what amazes us. Because there's a lot of songs out there that sound a certain way, mean a whole different other thing when you look into it.
Yeah,
so,
there can be like songs out there where, you'll be listening to it, you're like jamming out. It's like, oh,
right.
it's pretty cool, like beat to it. Oh,
right.
And then you're singing the parts that you kind of know. But then
exactly.
when you really look at the lyrics, it's like, oh shit, it's a little dark. In the
yeah, like real quick, for example, there's this song called "Semi-Charmed Life" by a band called Third Eye Blind, and it sounds like a very happy song.
Are they a rock band?
Yeah. They're like I think an early 2000s, late 90s band. And the song sounds very happy, very joyful, but it turns out the song is about having a meth addiction.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
A meth addiction.
Yeah, I didn't know that, and that shocked me. And so that's what inspired this episode. So I'm going to go first and talk about a song that I really, really, really love. Oh my god, this is a fucking gem. I listen to this all the time. It's by Rush, because I love Rush. Yeah, Rush is... They're fucking legends.
Oh, aren't they like old? They're pretty old school, aren't they?
Yeah. Yes.
The drummer, right?
So yes, the drummer passed away. Neil Peart passed away last January. Probably the first victim of 2020 is Neil Peart. He died of cancer, just like one Mr. Chadwick Boseman would also meet the same fate later, which is a fucking shame. So yeah, and the band has been The band has been around for a long time too, since like the 70s. I think late 70s, and then when the 80s hit, that was when we got like Moving Pictures, Hemispheres, which is what this song is. A lot of great albums. So this song I want to talk about is called Hemispheres, Cygnus X1, and basically.
Wait, it's called Hemisphere?
Yeah, it's called Hemispheres. You'll see in a sec. You'll see in a sec. So basically, what the song is about, it's about two different sides of the mind. You have one side of the mind that is about logic, reason, and then you have another side of the mind all about emotion, feeling, stuff like that. So, for example, in this bar right here, talking about the part that is that is logical, the lyrics say, "I bring truth and understanding. I bring wit and wisdom fair. Precious gifts beyond compare. We can build a world of wonder, and I can make you all aware. I will find you food and shelter." Basically talking about being practical, Like, we know what this does. We know how we can make it. Let's just worry about that. And then when it talks about the side of emotion, the lyrics say, "I bring you love to give you solace in the darkness of the night, in the heart's eternal light. You need only trust your feelings. Only love can steer you right. I bring laughter, I bring music, I bring joy, I bring tears. I will soothe your primal fears." So basically, this song is talking about two parts of the sphere, two parts of the mind. And it kind of goes crazy, too, because I think it also references, like, Greek gods, all that kind of shit. Because, there's also gods that, in mythology also, at least believed, like, control or influence feeling in humans, Like Venus, for example, is the goddess of love. Mars is known as the goddess of, like anger or whatever. Stuff like
Isn't
that.
that Aries?
Aries?
That's Roman.
Roman?
Okay.
Or
Roman
okay,
Greek mythology. No,
or
that's Greek.
You're talking about Roman. You're talking about Greek.
Yeah.
oh, okay. I was gonna say I might be crisscrossing, but it's the same shit, right? Like a god representing an emotion, or god representing.
Yeah. I mean, I know there's like the Venus, the Mars, and then it's like
Jupiter.
different. Yeah. I see what you're getting, but then
Greco-Roman gods.
because when you say mythology, I always think of like like the Greeks.
Yeah, I
always like Zeus.
Yeah. That's always the first thing that comes to mind.
Yeah.
But basically, the song begins talking about how these two sides were fighting each other, trying to control the fate of man. One side wants man to be logical, smart. One side wants man to be all about love and compassion, ruling through feeling or ruling through what they feel is right instead of what is logically right. And that's like fucking interesting when you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes on talking
especially
about how
especially with this type of band where it's like they sing pretty fast, don't they?
Rush is like a progressive rock band. Basically, prog rock is like a genre of rock music where it's like you get like parts of a song that have singing in it, and then in between long parts of just music instrumentation. It's and for example, this whole song is like 20 minutes long.
20 minutes.
Yes. But I swear to God, if you listen to this shit, it's like a fucking movie. Like you're listening to a movie. It's a fucking journey. It's a fucking experience. It's crazy, and that's why I'm talking about this, because this is a fucking journey that you feel. It's crazy, and so it goes on talking about how the universe became divided. In this part right here, the universe divided as the heart and mind collided, with the people left unguided. For so many troubled years in the clouds of troubled years, their world was torn apart or torn asunder into hollow hemispheres, which basically this fight created two camps. Instead of uniting man together, it divided them. Because you see,
you're getting a little deep there, Orlando.
Exactly, right. And so later, after some fighting happened and all that stuff, something happens, and then the worlds kind of come together after a while, and then you get this last passage that says, "We can walk all road together if our goals are all the same. We can run alone and free if we pursue a different aim. Let the truth of love be lighted. Let the love of truth shine clear. Sensibility armed with sense and liberty, with the heart and mind united into a single perfect sphere."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Did I fucking blow your minds?
Damn.
That's what that song's about. So basically, now that you got logic and feeling together now, balance has been struck. And that's a story about Hemispheres by Rush.
Mm.
Also, quick known fact, was written by the drummer. That song was written by the drummer. Which again, rest in peace, Neil Peart. Greatest fucking drummer in the world. Without Neil Peart, we would not get all the great drummers we would have today. Like Taylor Hawkins of Foo Fighters. Big Rush fan. Yeah, so that's my song.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, so honestly, I would recommend anybody to listen to Hemispheres. It's a fucking 20-minute rock odyssey. Fucking go listen to it. That's so yeah, there you go. That's mine.
Does he have other songs like that too?
Rush?
Yeah, where they kind of have that type of meaning.
Yeah, they do have a lot. I think the song after this one in the record,
because if that one's just 20 minutes, I don't know how his other songs are like. I'm just saying
yeah,
from a
guy
who doesn't know Rush.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, Rush writes like a lot of like meaningful music.
Mm-hmm.
This is just I think even
but
like
are they always that long?
No, some of them,
like 20 minutes. Shit.
Some of them. Well, it's because I think this song was like supposed to be like on a vinyl record, but when converted to digital, they just crumped it all. They just kind of put it all into one whole song. Because when you listen to it, you can hear like, okay, this part ended, now we're moving on to this act.
Oh, like the intermission.
Exactly. Which is why when I say this, like, it's like you're listening to a fucking movie. Like, I swear to God, I'm not gonna lie. A couple of times when I would hear this song, I would kind of get choked up because I'm like, this is a fucking masterpiece. This is a fucking masterpiece. Like, no other piece of music makes me feel that way but that song. It is fucking godly.
You listen 20 minutes all the way across?
Yes.
Holy shit.
Yes. I swear to God, it's a fucking experience. You just gotta sit down, listen to it and just.
Is it lyrics? Mostly all lyrics, or is it mostly instrumental?
It's both.
Okay.
Because the song is divided, I think it's 4 or 5 parts.
Oh, 5 parts. Okay.
Judging by, depending on what's happening in the story. So as like the gods. Part 1, the gods trying to rule the fate of man. Second would be introducing logic. Third part introducing love. Third introducing the divide, and then 5 introducing, or at least 5, ending with the being united.
Okay.
Bringing the 2 hemispheres together.
That's crazy.
Yeah. You look so fucking mind blown.
20 minutes. It's like 4 minutes per part. Like for 5? 4 minutes per part.
It depends, because there's also some parts where they just go fucking at it, and it just yeah, that's Rush. Yeah, that's a fucking good part.
I only know one song from Rush, and it's the what's it called?
Tom Sawyer.
That's it. That's the only one I know is Tom Sawyer.
Yeah, I mean that's also a good song too. I haven't looked into that one's meaning, but that also that's a famous one. You guys want to take a quick break and then come back? All right.
Yeah, we can take a quick break.
All right, we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back with some more jams. All right, we're back again after just getting our minds blown from our first song. We're ready to move on to our next one. And Sylvester, you got one for us?
Yeah, we do. It's The Killers. It's the 3 songs. There's a theory out there where the Killers have 3 songs, which is Leave the Bourbon on the Shelf, on Sawdust, then 2 songs on their album Hot Fuzz. The songs are Midnight Show and Jenny Was a Friend of Mine. Basically, they all tell a story about this guy and a girl telling that he killed her, basically. So in the first part, Leave the Bourbon on the Shelf, he talks about himself drinking after her leaving him. The first line is shaking like the devil when she lets me go, refers to him. He's been drinking a lot and probably getting his mindset to killing her afterwards, leaving him. Then the next line, oh Jenny, you know I always tried before you say goodbye. It's just, yeah,
God
just
damn.
sitting where he tries to work out with her and control himself before things go worse. But, she so leaves him. And that basically got him enraged. And now that's where he says, okay, now that...
I'm going to formulate a plan.
He's going
Take
to formulate
this
a
person
plan.
out.
Yeah, take
Damn.
the person out. Where he's basically in the next line... in the chorus, later on in the song, he says, Jenny, tell me where I stand, and who's that boy holding your hand?
Oh.
Basically,
Oh,
he
shit.
sees him with another guy, and
And
that's
then,
where
and,
it
and
actually
that makes him
takes
jealous,
him off.
and that's where, yeah.
And then it's
Oh,
okay, yeah, this is
shit.
for sure. We're gonna go. He's gonna go and kill her. But things in the next song, Midnight Show, they're still together, I'm guessing, because he took her out on a date on a midnight show, where basically the midnight show references to like the night sky or just somewhere, but when they were by themselves.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like as one last ditch effort to maybe somehow win her
Sure.
back.
Yeah. So in the first one, it says, "I know what you want. I'm gonna take you out to the midnight show," which basically
Right.
either a concert or somewhere under the stars.
I know what you like to do, and you know what? I'll treat you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Exactly. If you could keep a secret, I got a blanket in the back of a seat on my mind, stating that they want to have like either some sexual relationship.
Right. Yeah.
car.
In the car, like a bunch of fucking animals.
And then yeah. And the next line, the pre-chorus, and it says, "And I a little place that sits beneath the sky." You're right, dude.
Yep.
You're good.
Keep going.
All right. And in the chorus, pre-chorus, and the little place that sits beneath the night sky, basically talks about a place where they could be by themselves. No one's gonna be around to do what he wants to do to her. Basically.
Oh yeah,
Murder
where
her.
he can murder her and nobody will. Well, fuck.
Then she turned her. And the next line after that is that she turned her face to speak, but no one heard her cry. stating
that he
that
did it.
she choked her
Oh,
because no one could hear her cry because she has no breath coming out of her.
oh my god, this is like some Ted Bundy shit.
Mhm.
Holy shit.
Then on
Bundy.
the chorus, drive faster, boy, drive faster. Basically saying he needs to get the fuck out of there. Before he
Right, get the
gets
hell
caught.
out of there. Yeah,
And it's just this.
dump the body and
Yeah.
fucking move.
Then on the verse, there's something in my head somewhere in the back saying we were just a good thing. We were such a good thing.
Oh my god.
Same.
Oh no.
Which he knew
Wow,
they
that
were a
is
good
so
thing,
sad.
I guess she didn't. What's the word? She didn't appreciate or
Right.
didn't.
Like he felt so betrayed by her, which is why he murdered her
Yeah,
as a
so-
way to get her back. Wow. Fuck.
Then I think the part that really gets it is.
And now, is this still like the first song?
This is the second one.
Okay,
Midnight
okay, so
Show.
now we're in the second song. Oh, that's
Yeah.
right, that's right, that's right.
Where's the second part? Where is it?
Damn, that's crazy. You know, man, I feel like this like takes liberties from like from maybe like documentaries or like typical like murder crimes or like murder cases where probably that is what happened.
Yeah. Then the last part of the song, well, not the last part, but the last part of the pre-chorus, make it go away without a word. It really just says that Jenny strangled, therefore, without a word. So she got away without a word.
Oh,
So she couldn't.
whatever
no one came for her
whatever she was
because
gonna say,
she-
he will never know.
Yeah, basically.
So kind of like in a way, the murderer fucked himself over because maybe like let's say hypothetically, right, in this situation, whatever was gonna happen, right before he choked her to death, she was gonna say something to him, but he just too quick, he was too quick, and then just kind of snuffed her out before anything else would have come out.
And that's another line. A crashing tide can't hide a guilty girl, which states he dumped Jenny's body in the ocean, hoping that no one would be able to find her.
Right.
Which
Which is what like typical murders would do,
Oh yeah.
either like in the forest or in the river or somewhere.
And it basically keeps going like he needs to drive faster because he still doesn't want to get
Mhm.
caught. Then
To
another
obey
line,
the law.
Yeah, another line is, "Well, baby, I can keep it if you can't." Well, baby, I can't keep it if you could keep a secret. If you could keep a secret, I can keep a secret. So basically, she's dead. She can't tell anyone.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I'm the only one that knows, so yeah, that's it. Only I know and you know and no one else
that's
does.
basically the last line, telling her if she could keep a secret, I could keep a secret.
Damn.
Which is, pretty easy if you're the only one who actually knows
Right.
what happened.
And the last
then-
person to see that person.
Yeah, and then in the final song, Jenny was a friend of mine.
Oh, boy.
That's basically where the cops come in. They're investigating,
Oh.
and they got him in the cell, I guess, and trying to have an interview with
On
him.
the witness stand.
So basically, the first line is his alibi. He's trying to say his alibi, what happened. We took a walk in at night, but it was the same. Basically, he's
Alright.
stating a alibi, saying that they went out for a walk, but they had an argument.
Right.
And she had to leave because she had to do something else.
Yeah.
Which states the other guy on the first song, she went to that guy to hang out with because she left him.
Yeah.
Then that's when he noticed.
That's where it all started.
That's when it all basically started. Then next line says, "She couldn't scream while I held her close. I swear I will never let her go."
Mhm.
It goes back to the Midnight Show where he actually strangled her. He
Right.
will never let her go. Then he tells the police, "Tell me what you want to know." Basically, just states like, just the cops trying to question them. He just wants to get out of there.
Yeah, he just saying whatever.
He's saying whatever just to get the hell out of there. Then he says Jenny was a friend of mine, saying he would never kill her because she was a friend of his.
Which is what, like, once again, what every murderer would say.
Yeah. Then he says I know my rights. I've been here all day.
Mhm.
If there's nothing against me, he's a free man.
Right.
But then the cops come in. They know exactly what he's doing. He says,
So right now we're like he's like trying to like leave the interrogation room.
yeah,
or
he's
something.
trying to leave the interrogation basically.
So basically, in this part of the song, he's like trying to dismiss any rumors or dismiss any evidence against him that he may have murdered this woman. And, like what any murderer would say, right? Like, oh, this person we were only friends. I didn't know what happened to her. Yeah, we had a thing, but, didn't work out. And so,
and then he hears a whisper, which is the police saying, I know what you're doing here. He's trying to get his, save his ass, basically.
Right.
Saying that, just trying to get out of it, I guess. And in the very end, he says, there ain't no motive for this crime. Which brings back to... Why will I kill her? She was a friend of mine.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Which, once again, is the same shit of, like, what any murderer would say, just to kind of get the cops off their ass. Like, why would I ever kill her? It's like, well, that's right. Why would you ever do that?
And that's basically the last line. Jenny was a friend of mine. I don't know if he had got away with it, or if he did.
Really?
It doesn't say that he got caught or not. He just said...
That's pretty cool.
It's a fucking cliffhanger.
That's a cliffhanger, yeah. Jenny was a friend of mine. Come on.
Oh my god.
They never stated that he got caught.
I'm gonna send him an email like, finish the fucking story, alright?
That's like a Law and Order type?
It is, yeah.
It just ends on a cliffhanger.
They were in a relationship. Like, it was good for a minute. She left him. He started drinking. She got upset with that. He left for a minute. He saw another guy with her.
Heartbroken and betrayed, angry.
Then he plotted a plan, took her out, took her to a quiet place, killed her, dumped her body. He left.
Got caught.
Missing person, cops come in.
Right, yeah.
People knew they were dating.
They suspected him.
Yeah, of course.
But they couldn't prove it.
They couldn't prove it.
Or at least according to the song, they couldn't prove that he did it.
That's basically...
And that's where the song ends right there. They couldn't prove anything yet.
Jenny was her friend.
Fuck, dude, that's crazy,
cool.
dude. Mm-hmm. Dude, like this, like real quick, this, like, I think last week I was watching Dateline NBC. Because since I got Sling TV, and then I was like watching whatever was on, and it was basically like that. It was like a case of like a married couple. The man had problems. Woman wanted to get out, and then they had a big fight, killed her, and then after years and years of like investigating, they found evidence that he did it, and
it's always like the ones closest,
right?
Because like I don't know, that's it.
And this trilogy also based on an actual murder back in the day, like in the 80s or 70s, I forget. It's
really?
Based on an actual story.
Mm-hmm. Is there like a name behind that case or anything?
From what I see, Chambers was...
Because this whole saga is definitely like based on or like inspired by an actual
thing. So it refers to Robert Chambers, So it's a guy named Robert basically strangled someone named Jenny Levin.
And that's where they got the name for the title of the song.
Yeah, so Jennifer and Jenny, basically. Yeah, Jenny was a friend of mine. It's the name of Jennifer, the actual person.
Crazy. So in that case, what are like the three songs? Like what are what are the names of the three songs?
So it starts off with "Leave the Bourbon on the Shelf."
Right.
In the album Sawdust.
And that is like introducing the murderer's drinking problems. Or like
the tipping point of his idea of actually going to murder her, basically. Yeah, like
it introduces like the relationship, what was a catalyst for it to go bad. And then
the midnight show on Hot Fuzz is basically the actual action of him.
The actual murder happening.
And the third one is basically him almost getting caught with the cops, and
then a cold case kind of ending where it's like we don't know if they ever came back and got him. It just left the question.
It's a crazy thing because Hot Fuzz came before Sawdust.
And what? So and do you know what years? What year did Sawdust come out?
Came out in 2004, and this is like the first single they came out with the Killers in 2004. It was their first album, Hot Fuzz.
Hot Fuzz?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then on the trilogy, I believe that one came let me see what it says here.
So Hot Fuzz came out first.
Yeah, it came out first. Hot Fuzz came out first.
And then Sawdust came out a little bit later. So Hot Fuzz came out in 05, right?
04.
04, okay.
And it didn't come in order, so like no one really knew what was...
Unless like you were like a very like avid listener and you somehow pieced it together. That's crazy. Damn, that's That's insane, dude. Holy shit. And this whole thing spanned across 2 albums, right?
2 albums, yeah. 2 on Hot Fuzz and 1 on Sawdust.
So the 2 songs that kind of like got the story going were on Hot Fuzz, and then the end came out on the record after.
Yeah, so Sawdust came out in 2007, 3 years after.
So
Hot
3
Fuzz
years
came
later.
out. So I'm pretty sure during that time when it actually got released, no one knew what was actually going on. So,
Right.
Like, later on, afterwards, people were
Damn.
like getting into the lyrics and stuff.
It's crazy, dude. A song about murder.
Mhm.
That's crazy, dude.
Mhm.
Like that can be a whole like Dateline NBC episode right there, man. That's crazy.
What is it called? Passion? Murder?
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Maybe Passion Murder. I don't know.
I
Something
forgot what
like
it's
that.
called. Shit's great.
Passion of the murder. I don't know.
I don't know. But something like that. I know.
A passionate murderer. He cared so much about murdering. He
I
was,
guess
he was,
he
he
had
was
the
very
mindset
detail oriented.
If you weren't good enough for me, or no, you're not good enough for anyone else, kind of thing.
And that's why I have to kill you.
Or if I can't have you, nobody can.
There you go.
There you go.
That's
yeah,
the one I was looking for.
exactly.
Yeah, because the way you said it
I
was
was
kind of
like, it's like I forgot how it went.
huh? I don't
It's
think that's the message. Yeah, but
Yeah, if I can't have you, no,
Yeah.
you should. Mm-hmm.
there's
Damn,
a lot
that
of that
is.
type of
Yeah.
like scenario that always happens. Like the guy, if I can't have you, nobody can. And they
Right.
just do that shit.
Yeah, they feel so heartbroken that it's like, all right, well, time to take you out, and then no one else can have you. Honestly, that is like some Ted Bundy shit, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is sounding like that does kind of sound like a Ted Bundy type case.
It does, yeah. Especially how he got off, basically, just like Ted Bundy did, at least the first couple times.
Mm-hmm.
Because the first couple times Ted Bundy got off, and
So
then,
he's way too handsome. You couldn't have done this. Way
dude.
too handsome.
Honestly, like, I guess in the 70s, that's what handsome looked like, I guess, compared to today.
I mean, the looks always change throughout the years.
Yeah,
Like
I feel like it.
what
I
we
feel
consider
like it,
ugly now, back then probably was like considered like royalty or like good looking or like top notch.
oh god,
Whether it be looks or like design, clothing design.
right?
So. that
Oh
was probably one
god,
of
what are
them.
you doing walking out here like this, huh? What are you doing, huh? You like making kids cry? Is that it, huh? Someone ought to put a bag over you, cover you up.
What the fuck?
So, just talking about the whole like ugliness or like the beauty.
Imagine just hearing that from somebody. You're just walking outside. Say, hey, put a bag over your head.
Excuse you?
He's like, what?
You want to go?
Damn.
Damn. Man, that's crazy, dude.
But yeah, that's pretty crazy how like the story kind of is told through like 3 songs though.
Yeah.
But and you said like through 2 albums.
2 albums.
Like
yeah.
2 songs were on one album, then one.
and
song's
then
on
they
another.
ended it, or at least they ended the story in the next one.
Yeah, that's
No,
pretty.
they ended the story in the first album.
In the first album.
Yeah, Jenny was a friend of mine. That came in the first album.
Oh, that's weird.
Oh, that is
saying,
weird.
No
Yeah.
one would ever know back when they came out. No one would know
Right.
what it was really about.
Okay, that makes sense. So in that case, like in the next album, what like the middle part was when that was
In 2007, Sawdust.
Yeah.
That's the first part.
the first part.
Yeah.
Oh
I
shit.
said like 3 years after.
Damn. So I feel like whoever wrote this like had a plan,
I mean, they called the Killers for a reason.
Yeah,
They have a story.
They killed my brain cells trying to figure this whole case out. Damn, that's insane, dude. I'm just mind blown, dude. I'm honestly mind blown. That's fucking sick. Holy shit. Because like for my song, it was just a whole one song, but this was like it had a connection. It was like it was broken up in a weird ass order unless you piece it together. That's cool. That is cool. Like whoever pieced that together, like that is some fucking sleuth detective shit that they pulled off. That's insane, dude. Wow. All right. In that case, y'all want to take one last break before we reach our last presentation song?
Yeah, sure. We can take another break.
All right, then we'll be back, and then we'll finish this off. All right, we're back. after our last pause, this is gonna be our closer. So we've talked about, a couple of songs that have a very deep meaning to them, and we, talked about the lyrics, connected all the dots, which is a very interesting thing to do. But now we're gonna close off this part of the podcast talking about songs that made us feel things, and why, which songs, and we'll go from there. And you got one, right, Carlos?
Yeah, I do.
All right. What's it?
I guess one song that made me feel like not like simp status, but just kind of like like
It puts you in that mindset, right?
yeah, just like in the mindset of like, oh shit, like this kind of like hits with me.
Yeah.
Kind of like on a good, like on a bad feeling, but like on a good note.
Like you understood it.
Yeah, it was
right.
Yeah, it's like Frank Ocean's Godspeed.
Do you have any like lines to like that can kind of like as like an example?
Yeah, I'll have to think. I mean, off the top of my head, the word that is like the most important, like Godspeed.
Oh yeah,
because throughout the song, like he kind of or like in the song, like when he says it, kind of like hits, because like he's wishing. Because in the song, it's like kind of about wishing your like an ex
at your ex or something like that, right?
Yeah, like even though like you guys I've had like ups and downs.
Yeah.
Like, whether it be ended on a bad note or on a good note, like you always try to like wish them the best.
Yes. Yeah.
Because you guys had that connection, and it's kind of like something you can't really forget.
Yeah.
So like, Godspeed, when he says it, like wishing you Godspeed.
Yeah.
Is like, you want to wishing them good luck. It's kind of like the main vocal of the song, where it's like you're wishing the other person Godspeed. You wish, and then like throughout the song, he kind of like talks about like just saying like I can't remember the lyric, but like the gist of it is like you're like go on through your life, but like whatever hurdles you go through, like just remember like the good times.
Right.
Some shit like
I want to hear some. Well, I mean, I want to hear some lyrics. Don't you're good. You already got.
He's like don't play coy. He's like don't play coy.
Yeah, I want to see. I want to hear these bars, or at least like.
Can you play these?
See what.
Don't keep secrets.
No, I can't play that song.
That's okay. Make it good, but we can talk about the lyrics. Though.
Yeah, okay. It just if I play more than 10 seconds, that's a fucking strike on my account, and I can't have that.
Mm-hmm. It's like the song starts out as like I will always love you.
Oh, okay,
how
there
I
you
do
go.
let go of a prayer for you, just a sweet word the tables, prepare for you. It's like it kind of starts out like just right off the bat like
Right.
like he's letting the other person know like I will always love you.
Right.
And it's like kind of like it kind of like like throughout the lyrics like kind of like with that first line it kind of like resonates with me like like with my past exes,
yeah, it reminded you of something.
Like they have ended bad. They've ended mutual.
Right.
And whether no matter like how it went, like you always wish them good luck.
Yeah.
Is what that kind of starts off, and then kind of goes like what I said earlier, like wishing you Godspeed is
right.
like the next part throughout.
We'll read the lyrics.
Well, from the first part, like, is like what I was saying first, like wishing you Godspeed, glory. There will be mountains you won't move. Like still, I will always be here for you. How I do, I let go of my claim on you. It's like saying like,
he's
kind of like he right there, like he's saying like, I wish you nothing but the best. Like I want you to like go forward with your dreams. Like nothing will hold you, not even the mountains.
Right.
Like. Yeah, like that part.
Like he's saying that like I've officially let you go now.
Yeah.
I have no attachment. I'm ready to let go.
Yeah, like
I'm good.
Like you're free. There's nothing that you can't do without me. You're
yeah. There you go.
You're as strong, but without me, whatever this and that.
Right.
And then still, I'll always be here for you. How I do is like no, like even though like we're
not together anymore.
Yeah, like now we're not together, but like I'll always, be here as a support if you need me to.
Yeah.
Just kind of like on that term, where it's like you still have that connection, but it's like, like a friendly,
yeah,
but like supportive role.
Like one thing I can kind of like get from this is like I like how this song I feel like this song is like a musical breakup. Like the first couple, like the first bars is like, you know, how when the person is like, you know, doing it right, like, listen, you know, and then they go on. Like I like how that starts off.
Yeah, like in this other
like
song,
how a breakup would start.
Yeah, it's like that, and like it really goes in, like, you know, when you really listen to it like repeatedly, like kind of listen to the lyrics more, like how, like going off from what I was saying before, like I let go of my claim on you. It's a free world. You look down on where you came from sometimes, but you'll have this place to call home always. Damn. So it's also like saying like, ooh, like I'm saying for you to, like, I wish you not the best. Right. You know, we're done, this and that. But along the line, if you ever like want to come back and like, you know, try to recuperate and like, you know, find that love again, like you can always come back and like talk to me and like, you know, because you always have a home with me. Damn. From what we had before. I mean, I try not to, yeah, I'm not saying like I'm on that. I'm not sure. That deep, but it's like it kind of like, you know, it kind of hits with you. Yeah, and in a sense, like if you had a relationship, like, you know,
it's a very relatable song. So about 90% of the people on the planet.
Yeah, it's very relatable with people with relationships. Yeah, whether it be like midterm or like, you know, kind of like a midterm or like long-term type relationship. Like it really kind of like it hits with you on like some note for some people, but like for me, like that song, like it's kind of like it's kind of like a feel good type of, like, you know, sad song. Right. Yeah. Like even though it has a sad meaning to it when you listen to it, but it also has that uplifting with the like the tone of the tone and then like the music that goes along with it. Yeah. So it kind of feels like uplifting, kind of like just kind of like you know, like yeah, it hurts, like right. Like what you guys are going through, but like, you know,
it's always better that you must. Yeah, yeah. It's something that you must go through, that you'll grow strong from it.
Yeah, you learn from
after. It. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's what basically that's what Godspeed made me feel.
Hey, well, guess what? Hey, well, guess what? We just explained what that song was about. Yeah. And you said you weren't ready.
I know. I mean, I didn't want to like make it like.
We still connected the dots.
Yeah, I know. Like, I try not to like make it like I'm simping, but it's just like, you know, it's like, you know, you can kind of get from it.
Yeah, you know? it's like it's one of those songs that provoke a certain emotion that we all feel. Yeah. That we've all been through before.
Oh yeah, of course.
It reminds us of something.
Yeah, I'm sure like it kind of relates to a lot of people too, but
yeah, most definitely. Because breakups are not easy, especially for the person on the receiving end.
Always me.
But it's but it's also harder on the person that is gonna do it. You know, that wants to split. Because you know, there's a whole lot that goes in. You know. Yeah. For the person that's gonna be the one to do it.
Not with me.
So it's God damn it, man.
No, dude, shit. Oh, my exes broke up with me easily.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's your part. Personal history.
I'll do it my part. I'll do it my bit.
Yeah. But man, that's insane. And now that we have a second, I'll address this random entity that we have in the room now. Our surprise guest, Adrian, decided to show up for no reason.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Oh, you know, it's okay. I'm just another voice.
God damn it. Jesus.
I'm here, but, you know, nobody can ignore that I'm here.
Shut the fuck up, Adrian.
You know how was give us one of your quick one-liners because you have a whole bunch.
Well, anyway, here's my song.
like okay.
God damn it. Do you actually have a song, Adrian?
Yeah, I do.
You do? Yeah. Okay, let's talk about it then.
So the song is called "Keeper" by a band called With Confidence. It's got a couple of meanings. Well, it's got really two. One meaning the title, and the other one meaning like the song's lyrical content. So the song is basically about someone's, sort of cry for help because, you know, in a time now where all much people are suffering from some sort of an anxiety or, you know, or they're going through a tough time, you know, this song sort of, you know, talks about how, you know, they're looking for somebody. The narrator of the song is, you know, crying out for help, someone to help me. I'm going through a bad time. I need someone to talk to.
Right, like for those people going through like depression or whatever.
Yeah. This came off of their album. What was it called? I see the album cover. Better Weather.
What year did this come out?
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
Oh, there it is. 2016.
Okay, so it's pretty fairly recent.
Yeah,
I guess.
I heard the song in high school.
When we graduated, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Around the tail end.
So the song, so when they were just, you know, coming up with the instrumentals for this song, the band, they were just kind of jamming out. According to Genius, the band was jamming out the song called being called Keeper. One of the band members, Luke, I don't know what position he plays in this band, but he liked what the song sounded like, and he said that's a keeper, and that's what they decided to call the song.
Okay,
which is called Keeper.
Some
of the lyrics that pertain to someone, you know, trying to, you know, get someone's attention, you know, going to the topic of, hey, I'm not okay, I'm going through a tough time. Someone says,
what is one bar you can talk about?
I can't keep going on alone. I just need someone for a conversation.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And then the chorus is saying, says, is there someone there? I need your help, and I'm on my own, and I've been thinking that I am so lost. I'm slowly sinking out on my own into my own thinking, you know, pertaining that.
Oh yeah, that's right. Like without anybody to talk to, they're just kind of left with their thoughts.
Yeah, and that's sort of
which is like referencing to like somebody with, you know, mental illness and, you know, how that would change a person.
Yeah, pretty much. There's nothing else to the song besides that. It just, you know, the reason why I liked it because it, you know, I like the meaning behind it.
Yeah,
because I know a lot of people who...
like I liked how like you brought in like the lyrics that connected that. That's interesting.
And plus the song sounds really fucking good too.
Yeah. I guess for me, real quick, one song that made me feel something recently is a song from the 50s or maybe the early 60s called My Echo, My Shadow, and Me. Yeah, by the Ink Spots. It's I don't know, cause like the first time I heard it, like I think the first time I heard it was very recently. I think on Saturday I was like working. And I was listening to like a playlist of like songs of like songs from the 50s and all that stuff, and that song came out, and then I was like, oh wait, this song sounds familiar. But then when I started listening to like the lyrics, I was like, oh wow, this is a very sad song, holy shit. And then for a moment I was just kind of like working, but then I just like stopped for a minute, and I'm just like, wow, oh, man. And then for a minute I was just kind of like lost in my thoughts. I'm like, this is a very sad song. This is a pretty sad song. Like I think the first couple of bars, it says we three, we're not alone. Oh no, we are alone. And you know, my echo, my shadow, and me. We're, you know, we three different people, and you know, and we're all alone. And a couple of songs that or a couple of bars that got me was the I think it was like one of the choruses saying like, we three will wait for you even for eternity, my echo, my shadow, and me. And then like and I think it goes on to say that we three, we're not even a crowd, we're not even company. I guess just referencing that it's these three things are all just one person, but like, you know, you're so alone that they count their own shadow and their own echo as like someone else. And so it's just a very sad song, and that hit me hard. I was like, fuck. I wasn't expecting a very sad song to hit me.
Well, why did it make you feel that way? Like, what's something in your past, or just...
I guess it just reminded me of like times when I felt that way, and I was like, wow, relatable. And that was pretty good. Hard-hitting song. And even for like a very simple like 50s track, it was like, wow, a lot of thought went into the lyrics, and wow,
it's beautiful.
Yeah,
that was amazing. I love it.
This is just a very good, very good explanation. Wow, that was very well done. brilliant.
I give it a Owen Wilson. Wow.
Yeah, so that is one song that made me feel something.
Mm-hmm.
So last, what is one song that made you feel something? Yeah.
It's What's Her Name by Green Day.
What's her name?
What's Her Name? Yeah.
Oh, I was like, what the heck?
Yeah.
What's her name?
Basically, it talks about this guy, about his relationship he had before. He wants to forget about her. But through the song, it's just the very beginning one. It got me because it says, "I thought I ran into you down the street, then it turned out to be a dream." This happens to me. It happens to me a lot often. I'm dreaming about my exes, about the things we did before.
Oh yeah.
You know,
that happens to everybody.
I'm pretty sure this song really gets for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
It's really common to have these feelings. But then there are parts of the song I don't really agree on. Like on the chorus, I made a point to burn all the photographs, trying to remove everything that you have from her. I like to keep things from exes. I still have things from when I was in middle school. Like even though I don't count it.
Right.
Day,
yeah.
I still have it. I remember who she is.
Because that was an experience.
Yes, it was an experience.
Yeah.
I still have it in my drawer. Then I have something from when I was in high school with her. Then my third one, I don't have anything from her, but I still have my memories of being with her. Then on the last one I don't think I have anything for her either, but I still have her in my head. Every once in a while it pops out. Then the next line in the same chorus, she walked away. She went away, and then I took a different path. Meaning, just at a certain point, I guess, in a relationship, we just took a different turn, I guess.
And that is like one of the many possibilities that can come with that.
I know for sure. I know.
It going good, it going not so good.
Yeah.
It's always that 50-50, you know?
Then what's the next line over there? Then the next line, like, this one really got me on the first one. Seems that she disappeared without a trace. That part get me because on the first one, I never knew whatever happened to her.
Like, yeah, that's the thing.
I'm just curious. Like, what the hell happened to her? I know.
Yeah, like where she is now.
Where she is, what the hell she's doing? She's up to. Like, I'm just curious.
Yeah, I think that's also another relatable thing. Mm-hmm. Like a lot of people would often think about like what's going on with them right now.
Yeah, with all four of them actually, because I know on my last ex, she used to post stuff on Snapchat. She stopped doing that.
And now you just
like I honestly I care for all my exes. I wouldn't mind going back.
Yeah, because I mean like. You don't want to be that vengeful person.
No. I know. I wish for the best, like, Carlos.
Exactly.
The song.
Mm-hmm.
But I would like to know if they're being okay or not.
Yeah.
Because I know on last one she didn't block me or anything, but she just stopped posting. And on my third ex, she just blocked me completely.
Oh, that's right.
That's basically right there. It seems that she disappeared without a trace. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't know if she's okay or not.
I feel that. Sometimes, I think when I was, I've had a couple people do that to me, and I'm like, wow, damn, all right. And then I'm just leaving, and I'm just left with like, well, don't know what's going on with them now. I wish I knew, but guess I'll never know. And, all right, that's just how it is.
But then in the back of the very outro, the final line, forgetting you, but not the time.
Ooh.
Forgetting you, I don't agree with that. I don't want to forget about my exes, obviously. They're great people, but the last part, but not the time, that always gets me because having that feeling being with someone, it's the best feeling you can have, having connection with someone.
Yeah.
That's where it gets me, want to be in a relationship.
Right.
Having that feeling, connection with someone.
It gives you like a taste of what could happen.
What could happen, what could have been.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah. I was just thinking about this, like, holy shit, all the songs we had in mind are all about loneliness.
Yes, they are.
That's coincidental right there. Holy shit.
I think, and also about growth too, because, like, you never think you will be put in that situation.
Yeah.
And, like, to learn from it and to really, like, grow from it. Mm-hmm. Like, it really takes you from, like, from, like, a young mind to, like, a mature mind.
There you go.
Where it's like, you like growing as a person through relationships, because you always have like that mentality of like, it's gonna go perfect, it's gonna go well.
Yeah.
But then you get met with those hurdles with that, and then it's like, okay, so how do I go through that with this other person? And then it just goes through that, like, the whole story.
Yeah, like it makes you think like, oh, I'm perfect. There's nothing wrong with me.
Yeah, like
certainly I can't fuck a relationship, and then
Yeah, I mean this is kind of like the gist.
There you go.
Of it, really, but it's pretty cool, to know that you can find the same meanings of what you're feeling in like other songs.
Yeah, there you go.
I think that's just the beauty of music.
Yeah, like
which is basically what what we're getting from this episode is that songs have like
go. Exactly, like
you hear people like oh, turn that racket off, like it's kind of like too loud, but then it's like you don't know what the other person's like feeling with it at the moment. They could be blasting it, they could be feeling with it,
right?
And like like how you were talking about, like songs that have deeper meaning,
exactly,
where people are like really analyzing it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's pretty cool because like it really showcases like somebody's emotions and like how they portray it.
Yeah, and that's how like that band or audience can reach people in a certain way. Like that's how they do it.
Yeah, so it's like really connecting with other people, like letting people know like I know what you're feeling, or I'm gonna put a song like how Sylvester's was, kind of like told throughout 3 songs where it's like about a murder, but it's like you don't know how it ends, but like the way it's told like is pretty cool.
Yeah, and very like realistic to like an actual case.
And I've never heard the song. This is only from you. I'm guessing like through the tone of the music and like with the instruments and all that, kind of like really like makes the words even more powerful.
Like I'm sure like those songs sound pretty dark.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it sounds dark, but like
like if you like unlike the other songs that are in that record, those particular ones have like a certain vibe to it. They're different from all the other ones. Damn.
Yeah.
All right. In that case, that's it. That's our episode right there. So yeah,
that was a nice one.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so this is like something. Yeah, like this is like a reminder to like kind of like take a deep dive into songs, into music, and like treat them as like something to analyze and to learn from, not just bops that you put on whenever you want to. So whatever song that you like, maybe just take a moment and just read the lyrics, because then sometimes you get something different, and while it may ruin the song for you, it might give you something else to look at it in a different view. So yeah. This has been a very musically and emotional episode of the Boxcast, but then again, as I mentioned earlier, music is emotion, which is art. So, I don't know where I was going with that one. But we thank you for joining us, and we see you guys next time.